Brahma, the first born living being, went along with Marichi and other sages to the place of Kardama's hermitage, which was surrounded by the river Saraswati. I repeat the translation. Brahma, the firstborn living being, went along with Marichi and other sages to the place of Kardama's hermitage, which was surrounded by the river Saraswati. Purport. The Brahmaji is called Swayambhu because he is not born of any material father and mother. He is the first living creature and is born from the lotus which grows from the abdomen of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Garbhodak Shai Vishnu. Therefore, he is called Swayambhu, self-born. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Tapadakmalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sadhana Ratnatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sadhana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Shcha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Sabda Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sudhe Devi Pranamami Hari Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Mukam karoti vachalam pangam gangaya degirim yatkripatamaham vande Sri Gurun Dinataranam Paramanandamavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to today's Bhagavad discussion. So, the context in which this verse is quoted is Devahuti has requested Kardamuni for a son. And Kardamuni, after to satisfy Devahuti and to facilitate Lord's appearance, has stayed with Devahuti for some more years. And it is said that Lord then, like being pleased with the Kardamuni, he then he took. He already he appeared in the heart of Kardamuni, and he said that he took shelter of Kardamuni's seminal force, and then from there he actually entered into Mother Devahuti. So it is said that but now if you see this verse, here it is said that Lord Brahmaji, firstborn living being, went along with Marichi and other sages. And here in this verse, Brahmaji was called Swayambhu, means who appeared without anyone's intervention. Of course, here again says, he appeared directly from the lotus that grows from the abdomen of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here one say, okay, like Brahma is Swayambhu, but then who actually is the cause for Brahmaji's appearance. So there are different levels of analysis. For example, everything animate, inanimate, everything depends on the personality of God. But when somebody says something, if they are talking on the level of supreme, like right from the basic creation, the aspect of supreme personality of Godhead Krishna comes into the picture. But if somebody is talking on the level of secondary creation, means like after Brahmaji is come, Brahmaji started creating secondary creation. So in terms of secondary creation, that is secondary creation. And the tertiary creation is the creation by the facilitation by the parents, like for one's birth. So in that way, the hand of Supreme Personality of Godhead is present everywhere, even for the appearance of Lord Brahmaji also. But here Brahmaji is called Swayam. So one thing that we have to observe here is, if Brahmaji could appear just from the lotus of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, why does the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the cause of all causes, had taken shelter of Kardamuni's semen, and then from there he is entering into the Devavuti's womb and then appearing like a normal child? Why? Because it is said that a conditioned living entity takes birth due to its fall down. Takes birth in this material world due to its fall down. But when it comes to the appearance of Supreme Personality of Godhead, even though he appeared like a normal child, we took shelter of Kadamani's semen and appeared from the womb of Devahuti, not yet appeared, is going to appear in the from the womb of Devahuti, but still he is not considered as any fallen, or he doesn't fall from his position of purity. So that's why the name Achyuta is given to the Supreme Personality of God. Means he will never fall, even though he might seemingly enacting his pastimes, but still his level, his purity, or his and is never contaminated by the three modes of material nature. And if you see here, the example of Devahuti and Kardamuni, like it is said that as soon as Devahuti gave birth to daughters, and Kardamuni thought of leaving her. And Devahuti, she didn't say, don't leave me, why are you leaving me, like with all these daughters. But she said, it's good that you are leaving the Growth Ashram. That is the goal of human form of life. Because she knows that if Kardamuni can perfect his life by becoming sannyasi, then at the same time, she was concerned about her spiritual advancement also. Because when it comes to spiritual advancement, everybody is on their own. Like everybody has to fly their own flight. That's what they say, right? Yes. Someone can facilitate, somebody can give books, somebody can give association of devotees, and somebody can give some facilities and give lectures of gurus and Prabhupada like that. But ultimately, it's up to the consciousness, how they are taking that message, how they are utilizing it. Somebody may use even the spiritual things to satisfy their ego. Oh, I have studied entire Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita, all those things. And also, I have very good command over the scriptures. So, but it's up to them, like individually, how they are affecting them. Are they actually taking the message of the scriptures and saying to them to implement them within their heart first? Means, are they using the instructions of the spiritual master and scriptures for their purification, or are they just like somebody like that? Like they sometimes they seem to be a little bit proud because of their proximity to Guru. They think that others who are actually serving far distance, they are an inferior level when compared to me, and because I have more proximity, I have more personal service, I'm directly I can speak, I can talk like that. But still, it's up to their consciousness how they want to utilize that opportunity. Can they use their opportunity to to go deeper and then like move and maintain the service, right, nice service attitude, like I'm just serving Guru in this capacity because by his mercy, like that, they can act humbly, or they can take the name, fame of Guru, and then he may think that that name and fame and that even the spiritual power is because of my qualification. I'm receiving all these things, and then he can become proud, and he can become very indifferent, or very like he may see some kind of see others as inferiors, like so. In the same way, when it comes to like we are Devahuti and Kardamani, even though Kardamani was a great elevated personality, he could have awarded Devahuti like much more knowledge which will help her in spiritual realization, but he also did the needful, because Devahuti was sufficiently trained in the house of Swayambhu Manu himself, because Swayambhu was also a great devotee of the Lord. And when Devahuti was lamenting that I didn't utilize your association properly, I wasted my life, like that, when she was lamenting, Kardamuni consoled her. No, you actually, you are in a perfect stage. You just continue what you are doing. You served me, you served the, and I served the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So indirectly, you are directly serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes, Shri Radha Gopi. So that way, like he consoled Kardamuni, consoled Devahuti, and but still, in order to pacify her, like in order to satisfy her, he stayed with her for some more time. It is said that both Devahuti, like Kardamuni, was already focused on the aspect of self-realization and liberation, but and still Devahuti was also very much interested in getting liberation. So it is said that in a family life, both wife and husband has to work together so that they can attain liberation, like for their both success. Of course, if somebody takes sannyas, it is said that like if they had the cooperation of wife and family, that would be a more successful sannyas, because that way it's not like any kind of escapism. Like even though there is a lot of requirement and they need, the wife and kids need a lot of support from him, if he just neglects his responsibilities and then directly goes and takes sannyas, it would be like like he's kind of giving up that responsibilities and just escaping the responsibility. But on the other hand, if he still stays there and performs his duties, and then with detachment, performs his duties with right consciousness as a service to Krishna, and then when everybody is satisfied, if he takes renunciation, of course, when if the family members don't have proper consciousness, they can never be satisfied. For example, even the up to the level of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was a pure devotee, but still his family members were not cooperative. They are taking his association very cheaply, or means they didn't take proper association of him, of Prabhupada. And Prabhupada has to take sannyas without even telling to his wife and kids, because that's how they take sannyas. But still, Prabhupada actually, by that point, at that point of time, Prabhupada actually carried out his responsibilities like to the needful. Means he married few of his sons, and they were working, and he saw his presence in the family life as not much impact, and he can take his family members can be protected even if he takes sannyas. That's how he took sannyas. So in the case of here, Kardamuni, he was also like, but in the case of Kardamuni, Devahuti was a pure devotee, and is directly coming from the family of Swayambhu Manu. So Kardamuni doesn't have to enter into that extreme point that taking sannyas without even informing anybody. So because of this attitude, like now Brahmaji is going to, because of this attitude of Kardamuni, Brahmaji now is going to come and glorify Kardamuni. because what is the specialty of Kardamuni? Kardamuni, to the point, he followed the instructions of his authority, Lord Brahma, without any duplicity or without any personal motive. Even though he know that the entanglement in family life is very dangerous for the self-realization, but still he, in order to carry on the instructions given by the Lord Brahmaji, he entered into Grahasthasam, stayed with his wife, and begot the children, and all those things. And when Brahmaji was very satisfied, like he comes here personally along with great sages. This actually, if somebody who is glorifying a Grihastha, who is in Grihastha ashram carrying on responsibility, it's a great success for him when he is actually glorified by the renunciates. Like if you see some Prabhupada disciples or some gurus, like even sannyasis glorify them. Means that that kind of consciousness they have observed in that kind of person. So it is said that even the Supreme Lord, like this is where when the authority is Guru is satisfied. Brahmaji is not only the father of Kardamuni, but also he is the spiritual master of Kardamuni. So Prabhupada writes that when one works for the satisfaction of his father and spiritual master, first, unless like because their lifespan as father or spiritual master, like as long as they are there with us, we should take full advantage of obeying them, serving them. That way, when they are fully satisfied, automatically we get the blessings of Krishna and Krishna. So, like in the case of Kardamuni, it is said that even though even though the Supreme Lord is present everywhere, the heart present in everyone's heart. When appropriate devotional service is performed, Lord manifests externally. So even though Lord is present in the heart of Kardamuni, but still because of Kardamuni's attitude and service attitude and obedience to the spiritual authorities, Lord was very much satisfied. That's how he manifested himself in the heart of Kardamuni. And then he actually from there, Lord appeared into the womb of Devahuti. So Lord appears on his own will, means the way he desires. Because even for Devaki and Vasudev, even Kardamuni, even like Mother Shachi, Lord doesn't have to take in the shelter of the womb, stay there for 9 months and appear like a normal child. He appeared that so that one first thing is in order to satisfy his devotee. And so when the devotees give birth like a normal child to the Supreme Personal like Godhead, they think that this is my child and he is my child, like that they think that will satisfy them so much, because Supreme Lord wants to give that parental affection, like the pleasure of parental affection to his devotees. That is primary reason. And secondary reason is the impersonalists and the mental speculators. They are very much attached to how one appears, all these external details. And when they say that Lord appeared like a normal child from the womb of Mother Devahuti, then they immediately think, oh, Lord is like a normal person. He's not extraordinary person, something like that. So they will actually back up from there. Means they will not be able to carry on the devotional service to Krishna, because the presence of non-devotees, Krishna doesn't like even the presence of non-devotees. Why? Because it creates disturbance to him. Because Krishna's nature is he lovingly reciprocates to every aspect of his devotees, and he cannot reciprocate, but at the same time, the devotees are dedicated to him. Like if somebody is staying at your door asking for some help, you will be obliged to do something about it. So the same way, Lord also, like when one is not on the level of pure devotional service, how can one be elevated to the platform of pure devotional service? only by following the instructions of sadhus and guru. Means, how do we satisfy the Lord by following the instructions of sadhus and guru? Because only sadhus, the pure devotees of the Lord, and guru knows, because they actually learned in parampara. They knows what Krishna likes and what Krishna dislikes, what is pleasing to Lord and what is displeasing to Lord. So they train their subordinates in that manner. Means they train such that the disciple only performs what is pleasing to the Lord. That way, he can advance very quickly in the bhakti yoga process. If otherwise, if somebody has to, without taking shelter of the spiritual authority, if somebody directly approaches the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is kind of a heavy burden, because he has to inspire as a Paramatma from within the heart and make the person realize. So, like, if you see, all the knowledge is directly coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even if it is like external or internal. So, if for the embodied living entity, knowledge received from the external is very crystal and very easy to follow when compared to the instructions coming from the within, from the Paramatma. Because Paramatma sometimes, when there is no facilities, when there is no way that the person can be enlightened, then he sometimes reveals the knowledge from within. But when we actually surrender to Guru and take humble position, then take instructions from the Guru and follow the instructions, we make greater advancement than directly getting the instruction from Paramatma. Because Paramatma and Guru is actually the external form of Paramatma. So if we can follow the instructions of Guru without any duplicity and dedication, this will please Paramatma automatically. Just like the way Kardamuni has carried out the instructions of Brahmaji, when we also carry out the instructions of our spiritual authority without any as much as possible to the best of our abilities, then that when they are pleased, then the Supreme Personality of Godhead automatically gets pleased. And how? And Lord will reciprocate accordingly. So that is what we can discuss from this verse. And so if anybody have any questions or any comments, you can discuss now. We have 10 more minutes. Anybody have any questions or any comments on it? Okay, we'll meet here. Vantrashima Bhagavatam ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Pranam.